I wanted to make this video because I wanted someone to see how a person of color dealt with racism, a vicious attack that I experienced when I was a teenager. So, when I was 14 years old, I was a freshman in high school and I was taking an elective, and it was photography. I had some aspiration at the time to be a photographer on the side of some sort. Didn't work out, but it was a thought, something I tried. And so I went into the class and signed up and enrolled. And when I signed up, there was a white racist skinhead in my class, right? He was a skinhead and very, very clear who he was. When I walked past him, he made monkey noises at me. And when I looked, he started smiling and I was staring at him. And at first I was looking at him and I was trying to see how to assess it. And then I thought about it a little bit and I smiled. And then I went back to my desk and ignored him. And he was a little bit shocked by it. I saw him from my peripheral vision, and he was a bit alarmed by my reaction. He thought I'd be a little bit more caustic in my reaction, so it took him aback. The next day, he did it again. Right? Came, walked past him, making monkey noises at me. Again, I ignored him. And he did it day after day after day after day after day. And the more I ignored him, the louder he got. He got more angry, more vicious. It was so loud to the point to where the whole class was hearing him making monkey noises. And so about, let's say, 3, 4 months into this, because he did it every day I walked past him, he did it. 3, 4 months into this, my teacher came up to me and said, this guy's really disturbing you, and we can obviously see that it's very inappropriate. Uh, would you like to go to the principal to report him? And I told my teacher, I said, no, no, so he's not bothering me. He's making noises. It's fine. He can make as much noises as he like. It's fine. Let him keep doing it. And she kind of looked at me like, what? And she's like, no, you got to go to the principal. I said, no, let him do it. Let him keep doing it. And she said, all right, well, okay, cool. And about a month after that, he was doing it louder and louder and louder. And it got to the point where he gave up. This is around 2, 3 months before the year ended for my freshman year. He stopped. And everybody noticed that he stopped. And by the end of the class, when it was all said and done, I had a friend come up to me and he said, you know what? We all saw him all throughout the year dehumanizing you, disrespecting you, and you let him do it. Why did you let him do it? And I said, disrespected me? He didn't disrespect me at all. No, I didn't see that. He said, what? Of course he did. He disrespected, he dehumanized you. I said, no, he didn't. He didn't dehumanize me. And he said, how? And I'm like, okay, let me ask you, am I a monkey? And my friend looked at me and said, absolutely not. Not a monkey. You're a human being. I says, okay, well, what do monkeys do? My friend said, what do you mean? I said, what do monkeys do? And he said, well, they climb on trees, they eat bananas. I says, yeah, but monkeys make noises, right? Like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah. He says, yeah, 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 yeah. And I says, okay, so if it acts like a monkey, don't you think it's a monkey? And he said, sure. I'm like, well, who was making the monkey noises all year round? He said, he was. I says, okay, so if he's making the monkey noises, and if it acts like a monkey, it is a monkey, then who's the monkey, me or him? And he said, he is. He was a monkey. I says, okay, good, good. And I says, well, now you were saying that he was dehumanizing me, but if he's the monkey, isn't he dehumanizing himself? And then my friend's like, whoa, wow. Yeah, he was dehumanizing himself. So I said, okay, well, he wasn't dehumanizing me at all. He wasn't bothering me. He was just really making a fool out of himself. And my friend looked at me and said, that was unbelievable. He got it. And he said, wow, yeah. I understand. And that's essentially what it is. You see, if a person has to go out of their way to be prejudiced against you and treat you in a very disagreeable manner, there's something wrong with them. It has nothing to do with you. And if you respond with anger, with callous disregard for who they are, then you're pretty much coming to their level, and you're not much better than them. And who are you to judge them at that point? And so what you have to do is feel sorry for such a person. And instead of hating them, instead of having so much anger against them, you pray for them and you hope that the Lord can open up their eyes, because life is so much better than that. And I tell you, I pray for that man still. I pray for him, and I hope that the Lord can open up his eyes, because as much as it's weird to say this, I do care about that person. I do wish that person well, because it's so much better if we can help one another, care for one another, even though he tried to embarrass me, even though he saw me as an animal, even though he saw me as someone that doesn't deserve to have the same quality of life he has. I still love him as the Lord commands me to do, right? And I truly do. And I have no anger towards him whatsoever. And I hope this helps anybody who's experienced racism, because that's the call. It's not anger. It's not animosity. It's not having a grudge. It's not hatred. It's love. We respond with love, genuine love. And you find that deep in your heart when you realize that the Lord Jesus touches you, and he lives in you. He dwells in you. He will compel you to love someone, even though it's very hard to do. And trust me, it was hard for me to do, but eventually I figured out a way when I was that age to look at it a different way. So I hope that was helpful.